The nation's longest-running traveling celebration of traditional arts, the National Folk Festival comes to downtown Jackson for the first time, November 7th through the 9th. A fun-filled weekend for the entire family, exploring roots, richness, and variety of American culture. Non-stop music and dance, folk life demonstrations, hands-on children's activities, signature Southern foods, crafts, and more showcasing the best of America, the best of Mississippi, all free. We'll see you in November. More at nationalfolkfestival.com.
Everlasting, the Legacy Podcast, is the official companion podcast to the upcoming MPB original documentary, focusing on the life of Medgar Evers. The companion podcast, hosted by me, Rita Brent, will feature in-depth conversations, extended interviews, and exclusive archive footage not shown in the documentary. Everlasting, the Legacy Podcast, video and audio episodes premiere September 18th. Find it on mpbonline.org or wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood, in with my traveling partners, Java, the Chat Man, and Kamel, the King. We have made it back, y'all.
We have.
Isn't that nice after the 4th of July weekend?
Yes.
It's so nice to see y'all again.
I missed y'all on the 4th.
I know. Java, how was your 4th? Let's run through it quickly.
Oh, you know, we were backyard balling.
Who cooked?
Me.
Oh, okay.
I was on the grill. Chris was in the garden. The kids was in the pool. Like, it was just all American.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's good. I gotta try some of your cooking. I've never tried that before.
And I will say I did get compliments I hadn't gotten before, so I felt good. You know, about my chicken. It wasn't.
Okay.
You know, I'm working.
You sound like those compliments are far and few in between.
Like
I'm not even.
You know what I'm saying? You sound like you just getting the hang of this.
I am, and I'm being truthful and transparent.
That's good. I will not lash you for it.
Me too, Java.
Sir.
Me too.
But the ribs. There we go.
They spoke
off the bone, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you win if you do the ribs right.
Okay.
You win.
All right.
Yeah. Kamel, how was yours?
Oh, it was real good. Went by some family members' house. They had just moved into a nice new home and they had a pool and the house was right on the back of a lake, so people were fishing.
Just hung out.
Yeah, just hung out. What about you? Well, what about you? Anybody that follows you know what you were doing here.
I might as well just leave mine for last.
A time on top of a time.
Right.
I had a time of a time. I celebrated my 30th year anniversary with my best friend.
For sure.
Who is possibly listening right now. I love you, boo. But we went to Essence Festival in New Orleans, and we had a ball. I mean, a full ball. So I cannot complain about that. It was a really, really good 4th of July with my bestie.
And you made it back.
And I made it back.
Because you know you can get
I know, but see, I get crazy in a good way.
In a good way.
I'll come out fighting.
I know that's right.
You can't touch me out there. I'll come out.
That's right.
I'll come out. And listen, guess what today kind of is? Because we can't get on the right date anytime because the years change. But today, supposedly, is my 3-year anniversary with Next Stop Mississippi.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
really?
It happens in July. It happens every year.
Wow.
Sometime in the top of July. I think it was July 7th was the real date or something like that. But yes, happy 3-year anniversary to Jermaine.
These 3 years have been magical.
I know.
They have been
happy
magical.
3-year anniversary. And it flew by.
Yeah.
They flew by.
Yeah.
So.
And look, and I got to say, too, it has been the most wonderful 3 years with you and Java. Man, we have had such a great time.
Yeah, we have had a ball on this show. And so I just thank MPB for giving me the chance to just shine.
Now, I have to go on record because we always talk about, you know, our traveling partners. But I just want to let people know who in the driver's seat.
Who's driving?
Girl, if you don't take them keys out of your purse every Friday.
Right. There you go, Java.
You in the driver's seat, girl.
I'm like in every other seat, and Jesus has taken the wheel. No.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, all right.
It really does happen that way. But listen, here's another cute thing that's going on this weekend before we get into our first beautiful stop. It's the sales tax holiday this weekend, July the 11th through the 13th, often referred to as tax-free weekend. It started this morning and will go through midnight Sunday, July 13th. That means that sales tax is not due on eligible clothing, footwear, or school supplies if the sales price of a single item is less than $100. That is a new rule.
That just means you hold up the register and you buy everything under $100 a piece at a time.
Yeah.
Look, y'all just wait because I don't want taxes.
Well, they had to put the
everything.
stipulations
because people will go and get the big screen TVs and the Jordans and all that kind of stuff. This is for the parents out there because you got to get the school uniforms, brand new shoes and book bags.
Michael Kors shoes need not apply.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's happening this weekend. Sales tax holiday, July 11th through the 13th. Let's jump into our first stop of the day. I am so excited to invite back my friend from Pacesetter Gallery, none other than the owner, Carrie Davis, to the show. She has brought in a new event called Art of Soul Live Art and Music that's happening in Flowood, July 12th. And in with us to celebrate alongside the owner is the featured artist and musician, Eddie Williams and Tony Davenport.
Tony Davenport. Now, everybody knows Tony Davenport.
So I just want to welcome them to the show. Thank you all for joining us today to let us know more about this great event.
We are so excited about it. It's going to be awesome.
That's good. That's good stuff. I'm excited about y'all too, putting it all together. Carrie, you always have to let me know what kind of tea or coffee you drink when you come up with these ideas. Is it just out of your brain and you say, I'm going to do this, let me call in the reinforcements?
A lot of times I choose my artists based on, it's kind of like, like picking a date. Like you really want to have someone that's going to be a long-term partnership artist where you can collaborate and you respect each other and you just love working together. So Tony was on my radar. We got together. He's been in the gallery for a while and we have had a great time working together and finding ways that we can be creative together like this event. So we've had Tony and Eddie do some art and music together. And I was like, that is perfect. That is a great way to really show off Tony's talent because a lot of times, you can see in his work, he's very inspired by music. And that music and art, those creative, processes really go together well.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. Give everybody an overview of what they can expect, and then I'm jumping into both of them.
Okay.
Both of them.
Well, first of all, I've got to compete with this back to school. So the gallery is giving everybody 7% off, so you don't have to pay the tax if you buy art on Saturday.
She's in the bundle. She's in the mix.
Yeah, that's right. So get your shoes and then come to the gallery. It's going to be from 11 to 3. You can drop in. It's free to the public. We'll have some chairs. We'll have some jamming going on. Tony will be painting and then, pick you up a Tony Davenport piece tax-free. Right. It's the time to do it.
I love it. Wonderful. So this is going to be a beautiful event. First, let me jump into Tony Davenport. Now, Tony, you've brought in some beautiful paintings, but I also heard that you're from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Born, bred?
Born, bred.
Do you remember Williams' funeral service on Washington?
I'm sorry.
You remember Williams' funeral service on Washington Street? That was my father's funeral home. Matthew Williams Jr. is my father. Yes. Yeah. Shirley Williams is my grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had to say
it. all around the city.
Yeah. And then of course Harold Miller. That is my play uncle.
Yeah.
Spanky. So
okay.
That's a Mississippi thing when you talk about your people, then other ones say, okay, you're all right with me. I know your people.
I learned a lot from Harold.
Yes.
Well, Harold's about to have some pottery in the gallery.
That's good stuff.
Oh, I'm real excited.
That's good stuff.
That's coming soon.
I'm tied in tight with the community.
Right.
I'm tied in tight. Plus, I'm in family. So it's nice to highlight another what do they call y'all? Vicksburgians? I don't know.
Jeez, I hope that's not it. It does not sound sexy at all.
No.
Gators.
Vicksburgers.
Vicksburgers.
I got to say, Tony, that's even less sexy.
I might get in trouble for that one.
I'm going to need y'all to get back in the brainstorming room in Vicksburg, remix that and bring it on back.
I like Vicksburgtonians.
I know.
Yeah. See, Tony, we have Vicksburgtonians.
Right.
I know that's right.
Now, if you see a little bit behind me, Tony has brought some beautiful pieces. This big piece. Hold on, let me grab it. This big piece of beautiful artwork right here.
Look at that.
Nice. It reminds me, and I'm sorry, y'all. It's so...
Jeez, man, you are so talented.
There it goes. They got it. But isn't it lovely?
That is wonderful, and it has real spirit and soul in it. It's not just a beautiful piece of art. It has like life in it.
Tony, for those not in the live stream, can you describe that piece and maybe give the title if it has a title?
Thank you, Java.
Actually, it's really a painting of a band, musicians having a jam session, playing under some spotlights, a lot of movement. I tried to convey in the picture. A lot of my work, I don't like things that are just still. I try to push for movement, some balance, to really, when you look at the picture, to invite you into the picture, and the create sounds and to make sense of how things move from left to right, up and down, inside out. So I really try to get people to get involved in the painting when they see it.
Wow.
Look at it.
And
Tony,
you can feel it. You can feel that.
You
music.
you can, and I think that is a clear separation between, a true artist and somebody who, attempts to. Because I mean, your soul is in that. Tony, you have always, when I say always, for a very long time, been a pillar in the fine arts community, and your name, I mean, is synonymous with excellence. Nobody has ever spoken a bad word about you. You could have gone anywhere, but you have maintained being a Mississippi fine artist. Yeah. So talk about that and how you grew your reputation as you have.
Well, going back to Vicksburg, a lot of great artists have came out of there. Patrick Kelly, Kenny Humphreys, William Tolliver. Trying to help to continue to tell the story of Mississippi. Mississippi is giving the world poets, writers, all kinds of singers, from all the way from Elvis, B.B. King, Robert Johnson, actors. But the visual arts parts of it, I really want to try to continue or to try to add on to the mystique of that. Being an artist, I'm gonna say it like this: when it stops being fun, I'll stop doing it. So I hope people can tell in my work that I really have a good time at sharing my gift of being an artist.
And at this event, he's going to be sharing some of this as well, right, Carrie?
Yeah, he's going to be painting live the whole time, and so you'll see it come to life. And I feel like when people show up and watch live painting, they just don't realize how you get to be a part of it and see those steps, see those layers of paint, see how it really comes about.
Everybody online, if you're on YouTube, check us out. The Blue Front Cafe piece done by Tony Davenport is on display right now. And I told Tony, because I'm so into art, this piece definitely gives me the feels, and the other one too, of the Sugar Shack by Eddie Barnes. And so I love that work on the arms and the legs and the appendages where they're not perfect, but they have this beautiful shape to them and things like that. So just thank you so much for this beautiful artwork. I'm so excited that you're going to be literally on forefront at this event. So this is just exciting. Okay, let's get into Eddie Williams. None other. We're going to call him not singer, but sanger.
Sanger, yeah, that's it. I'll take that.
Now listen, Eddie has a career that has spanned over 20 years, and he is literally one of the most versatile and dynamic performers that you can ever run into. He was honored with the JMA, that's the Jackson Music Award, in 2007 for Best Male Vocalist of a Local Group. And so this is a testament to his passion for the craft, and I am just so honored to have you here on the show. I am so glad you're going to be at the Art of Soul event right there around the corner from my house in Flowood, Mississippi at Pacesetter Gallery.
Tell everybody where you stay. Just give them the address.
They don't try me. I told you earlier, didn't I?
You did.
I told you. Okay, but Eddie, just thank you so much for coming on the show. I mean, 20 years in the game. How do you feel today? I mean, what do you feel like? Do you feel like you need to go back? Do you feel like you need to redo some things, or are you just good where you at?
I would love to go redo some things.
I know, don't we all?
Definitely. That would be a great idea, an awesome task to do. But I feel good. I've seen music change in so many ways, but I still actually try to stay, like Tony, just stay true to who I am as far as the craft is concerned. I know Miss King, and I think I met you at a couple of events, but
I've been out and about.
I'm in the background a lot.
Yeah.
But now I'm just starting back to to grab the microphone and sing a little bit more.
Yeah. I've got some pictures that are loaded up of you singing.
Right.
And then you DJ a little? Was I mistaken?
Oh, yeah.
Java?
That's where I've been. I know Java too.
Well, I mean, it's around, man.
Yeah. In the city. I mean, if you've been in the city as long as we have, there's no way you can't know a lot of people.
That's right.
Yeah. Talk about the impact that you want to have starting back, trying to come back in. What do you want to leave?
I just really want to again be true to myself when it comes to what I do. I initially started out doing gospel with quartet, and we did that. I did that for like 15, 20 years, and then kind of gravitated to doing R&B and weddings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, right now I'm doing R&B. That's what we're going to do Saturday is mostly R&B. And I just really want to bring R&B to the forefront for the most part, because R&B has kind of lost his feel with all the other things.
Let's talk about that, Eddie.
I really want to bring it back. I really want to bring it back. So
Kamel wants to talk about that.
I mean, like, you literally are, read my mind. Yeah. So you're a real performer, you know what I'm saying? And you're a real singer.
Yeah.
Talk about, just the difference in generations, how things, because, I mean, I'm sure as being a real performer, you feel things have been eroded and diluted down and kind of R&B has been bastardized from what it was. Talk about that.
Well, I'm just gonna say, from my point of view, when I go to shows or live shows in the city, and I'm looking at different artists perform, because I go to a lot of them just to really see what's happening in the vein of it all, and I just really look for soulful singers with a message to tell, and so that's kind of missing in a sense. So that's really what I want to bring, wake back up, because it's still there, because people still really love R&B. There's just not a lot of true depictions or versions of it that they can like gravitate to. Like old school R&B music it just transcends.
Yes, it does.
Ages. Yep. All of that. And so that's really what I want when I sing. That's really the feel I like to bring when I sing.
Eddie, you gotta touch me with a little bit of this feel.
Oh, Eddie.
Well, let me tell you what I did. For the record, I'm just doing an original. It's a gospel inspirational song I did with a band called NBC when we were doing live stuff. So, and the name of it was "Loose to Love," and it's really a gospel inspiration. So it's like, God thought of me when He created you. All that I needed, He gave me that through you. My desire is to have something more valuable than gold. He thought of me when He created you.
Yeah.
Man, wonderful.
I'm gonna flip that on R&B, so it's gonna be.
I'm telling you, and how beautiful the tone and the words. It just really does make you feel enlightened when you hear it.
That's what I want.
I love that. So they're gonna get a little bit of that too.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
And then here's how it goes. I've seen this somewhat before. There was an R&B artist named Raheem DeVaughn who used to have the mashup. Right?
You act like he did or something. Raheem is still out here.
I just saw my baby Kayla interviewed him at Essence Festival.
Oh, nice.
The other day, but Raheem, I don't think he does this anymore. But he used to bring an artist on stage, and while he performed, the artist would paint. So basically, that's what's going to be going down at the Art of Soul live art and music event featuring Tony Davenport, the artist, and musician Eddie Williams. And this mashup is the mashup of all mashups going down July 12th, 11 until 3 p.m., 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at Pacesetter Gallery in Flowood. Listen, there's another event, too, that you've got coming up I wanted to not forget. It's the Culinary and Canvas event where you're partnering with the Sheridan Refuge. Talk a little bit about that.
So we've had a collection at the Sheridan Refuge since October, collaborating with them. And in their rooftop bar, we have over 50 pieces spaces, including Tony's work. So he's in the gallery, physical, and then also our Sheraton space. And that's over off of Airport Road. And if you haven't been to that space, one wall is glass. You can go outside on some cafe tables, and you can see the city of Jackson and watch the sunset. They have a wonderful bar, great food. I mean, it's culinary. It's up there. I'm a big foodie. So they have been wonderful, so professional to work with. And they go out of their way to take care of everybody. But they're open every day from 4 till 11 regularly. And once we did that collaboration, we started talking about how can we do some single artists. So Susan Wellington, she's a plein air painter. She's been on here with us before, and she's going to have a new collection of coastal pieces, create a coastal artwork on the site, and then have this wonderful coastal menu with all sorts of chilled shrimp and special foods. So the tickets are $100. You can get them on Open Table under the Sheraton Rebecca restaurant, or you can go to PacesetterGallery.com events, and that has Tony and Eddie's event coming up tomorrow. More information on that and tickets for anything we have going on. So if you go to PacesetterGallery.com and just sign up for that newsletter, at the end of the month you'll get a newsletter that kind of gives you a forward shot of what's coming up the next 6 to 8 weeks. That way you don't miss something that might be on social. It doesn't show up on your page or something. You can stay connected. For me, I'm opening the gallery. We opened 4 years ago. Yeah. And we're having a birthday party on the 26th with free watercolor lessons, cupcakes. We have it like a birthday party, not like an anniversary or something, because it's real laid back in there. I love art, and I feel like that quality of life you get from experiencing things, really feeling it. Yeah. That's all it's about. So that's where I, tying in with Tony and Eddie, I mean, you can feel it. Right. And that's what I want people to feel.
I love that. And that's what you bring at all of your events. And I am just so glad you came back on the show with us today to tell us all about the Art of Soul live art and music event. I am excited. Tony, Eddie, y'all better do it tomorrow.
I got some Gerald for you. I'm going to do a little Gerald.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Not Gerald, a little Gerald.
I'm going to wait for you to come before I do it.
Yeah. I love
Gerald
that.
Levert.
I love that.
Yeah.
Come on. Y'all so silly. Listen, if you want more information, visit PacesetterGallery.com. Again, Carrie, thank you so much.
Right next to Kohl's.
Right next to y'all make sure y'all get out there. Yeah. Listen, when we come back from the break, I have got a special sit down with Rita Brent. It's the season 1 finale. We made it to the finale of Late Night with Rita Brent. That's going to be happening July the 11th and the 12th. She's going to tell us more about it. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
The nation's longest-running traveling celebration of traditional arts, the National Folk Festival comes to downtown Jackson for the first time, November 7th through the 9th. A fun-filled weekend for the entire family, exploring roots, richness, and variety of American culture. Non-stop music and dance, folk life demonstrations, hands-on children's activities, signature Southern foods, crafts, and more showcasing the best of America, the best of Mississippi, all free. We'll see you in November. More at nationalfolkfestival.com.
At the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, we believe in the power of the arts, storytelling, and education, just like Mississippi Public Broadcasting. MPB connects communities across the state with quality programs that inform, inspire, and engage. Their audience is loyal and appreciative of businesses that support public broadcasting, which makes underwriting on MPB a smart investment. Join us in supporting MPB. Learn more at mpbfoundation.org.
Everlasting, the Legacy Podcast, is the official companion podcast to the upcoming MPB original documentary, focusing on the life of Medgar Evers. The companion podcast, hosted by me, Rita Brent, will feature in-depth conversations, extended interviews, and exclusive archive footage not shown in the documentary. Everlasting, the Legacy Podcast, video and audio episodes premiere September 18th. Find it on mpbonline.org or wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
This is Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood, not in with my traveling partners. Why? Because this is just a special interview for me and me only. Kamel, you better eat your heart out when you come back. And Java, you too. But right now I've got in none other than one of my longtime friends. Literally, she and I have seen each other when she was in college. Yep. I was working at the same college.
That's right, WJSU, Jackson State.
I mean, if we add the time, it's been maybe about 15.
Don't remind me, please.
But you young.
Yeah, but
you
still.
You was little when I met you.
I still graduated college in 2009, and I'm like, oh my Lord. I just had my 20-year high school reunion, and I'm like, oh man, it's real now.
Yeah, it is real.
And the aches and pains are real too, but that's not what we're here talking about.
No, you've got great joints. Stop acting like that.
Okay, I'm claiming great joints.
You've got to, because this is literally what? The third installment this year of Late Night with Rita Brent. Am I counting right?
Well, this coming weekend, this will be the 6th and 7th shows.
If you're counting all the shows. Mm-hmm. See, I'm counting them like seasons.
Yeah. So it's season 1. This is just season 1. See the age creeping up on you?
I know, season 3.
This is season 1, and we this will be a total of 7 episodes in the first season, because that's the number of completion for me. So initially we had said we're going to do 10, but I'm like, no, I think 7 is good. Okay. Yeah, before we launch season 2.
Good stuff. So in my head, season 1 and 2 was already launched, but those shows literally sold out.
Yes.
I mean, you had not a seat left in the house. Do you do standing room when that happens, or you got a limit?
Sometimes.
You got a little limit.
Sometimes we'll do standing room at the very back of the room, but it is meant to be intimate. If you think of late night shows when you're watching on TV, it's not in some big stadium. Mm-hmm. Usually there's some bleachers, but for the most part, a late night show is intimate. So Late Night with Rita Brent is designed to be that way.
Right. You give me time to be able to watch it online after you've dropped it. You kind of like Netflix. We'll get it soon.
Yeah, soon enough. Hold your horses.
Hold your horses. It's coming. But now we're coming all the way up until the season 1 finale, Late Night with Rita Brent, Friday, July 11th, Saturday the 12th at Dueling Hall in Jackson, Mississippi, featuring some heavy hitters now that I'm super excited about. Up first, comedian J.J. Williamson.
Just Google the man. Just Google the man. That's how long his resume is. That's how amazing of a career he's had in comedy. JJ is from the SIP. He's from Mississippi. He's an Alkanite, a very proud Alkanite.
Okay, he's from here.
Yeah.
Yay.
So I'm sure we'll have a little back and forth about that, because he is anti-JSU and I'm anti-Alkanite. But it's all fun. JJ is coming in from Texas. He's been on Didi in the Morning as a radio host for a long time. He tours with Cedric the Entertainer. He's been in movies. You name it, anything that's connected to comedy on a large level,
he has.
JJ Williamson has done it.
He has. Heavy hitter on Friday night, July the 11th. And then Dathan Thigpen. I don't know if you know, I was in the church crowd for a good minute.
Okay.
And those Thigpens are thick in that crowd. Yeah. Aside from Dathan.
That's a good way to put it.
And so, I mean, having Dathan on there to represent the entire family.
I mean, they could take up most of the audience, actually.
They could. They could.
Just a very talented family. And Dathan has done some amazing things since he left Mississippi. He won Sunday Best back in the day. That was a huge deal. He's been on this show, Jason Lyric. He's done some work with Tyler Perry in the various plays. And now he's touring with this event called Vocal Vibes. So we're going to have a little fun with that. But Dathan is just continuing to be a budding artist, but he's already done so many amazing things.
That's good stuff. And speaking of somebody who's done amazing things, who hails somewhat from where you and I met, Mr. Rob J is on the show Friday night. None other than the craziest man in the world.
So I will say this. The momentum for Rob J
I love him.
is matching the momentum for Kenneth Stokes. When I announced that he was going to be on,
of course.
Folks, you going to have Rob on? And
you don't know what Rob's going to say. And here's the thing. They don't know what Rob's going to say.
Rob doesn't know what Rob's going to say. He's very sarcastic and hilarious. And I just can't imagine the quips that will come from this particular
He could have been a
interview.
stand-up comedian himself.
Yeah, he still can. Actually, the older you are, the older you get, the better and easier it is to be a comedian, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's lived experience.
Yeah, and then you throw everything to the wayside. Who cares?
That's right. Who cares?
That's where you make it to. Okay, Keisha Pratt.
Amazing.
Okay.
She went to Lanier. I'm not sure where Keisha went to college, but I know she's always representing 833. She's been all over the world, all overseas performing this year, and I'm excited to get her back home as well. I think she's based in Texas, but Keisha I swear, Jermaine, the first time I heard her, I was like, dang, is that Tina Turner?
She was singing like that.
That's the type of presence that she has with her voice. And,
wow.
Her showmanship is just through the roof. Is it showwomanship? Sure. Her showwomanship is just...
that's good stuff.
It's different, like she's very active and engaging with the crowd. And so she's the musical performance that Friday night.
I love it. And then we might be fighting with Sensei Cam. Are we going to be fighting?
She's supposed to be teaching me some self-defense moves, right? And so I posted this on social media, and somebody's like, are you going to do the pull the hair move on Rita? I said, the what? The pull the hair move?
Oh, let's do it.
What you talking about? So I'm going to be in character. I'm showing up as Dragonfly Jones from Martin Lawrence's show from
with
the sitcom.
with the belt and everything.
The missing tooth.
I got belly?
The nunchucks.
You got the belly?
Yeah. Oh, I need to add that. I got the nunchucks. I got the headband. So I'm really excited about that. Sensei Cam, she thinks she's gonna beat me up, but she's not.
Okay.
We learn hand-to-hand combat in the military.
I can't wait to see this. Who's gonna win? And then to round off Friday night, Melanie Sanders.
Amazing. I have described Melanie as your favorite socialite's favorite socialite. And that's just to put it mildly. Melanie's done some amazing things. She's a publicist. She's an entertainer. She's an actress. She's recently been on The Chi. She's been on Bell Collective. And she's just a really lovable person. So I'm excited. She's my friend too, but she's really making some waves in the industry, whether it's on her behalf or other people's behalf. She was Miss Atlanta 2005.
Go on,
So we'll talk a little bit about that. And I have a funny bit for every guest. So, we'll just say
we got something tucked away.
Yeah, I have something up my sleeve for everybody. Mel is not going to see this coming, but yeah.
Mel, don't worry. It'll be okay.
It'll be all right.
Let's get into Saturday. I've got to go ahead and address the elephant or the king.
There we go.
In the room. Mr. Lee King is going to be one of the guests on Saturday night, and I am just too excited.
My goodness.
See, that's why I didn't need his son here, because I'm about to dote.
You want to hog this
on the
conversation.
daddy.
Yes. Yes.
What made you want to bring Mr. Black Gold on the show?
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. I said there would not be Late Night with Rita Brent had it not been for Black Gold with Lee King.
That's right.
So he, in my opinion, set the precedent for what it means to have your own talk show, to have ownership, program it the way you want in Jackson, and celebrate with people of Jackson. Like, use the people in Jackson to make something a success. So he had already formed the blueprint, or as I'll say, the black print. He had already formed that. So when I approached him about being on the show, he was very excited. But he just has a wealth of knowledge and information and memories.
He does.
Having worked with James Brown for all those years.
Yeah. I told you, Kamel James Brown was his goddaddy.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
What I told Kamel. Kamel was like, no.
Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can get Mr. Lee King to make some moves. We're going to do a reenactment of Black Gold.
Love it.
Yeah, so we're going to bring it back to life for one night only.
Come on.
And I'll see if I can get Mr. Lee King to bust a move or two.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him to do that. Okay. Musical for the night, Mike Burton, for Saturday night.
Yeah, that's you talk about a heavy hitter.
Yes,
Jermaine.
I've seen him perform live once at least.
Yeah, me too. And when you can catch him, because he's always on tour with somebody.
Yeah.
So he's been out with Usher for a couple years. If you go watch Usher's Super Bowl performance, there Mike Burton is from Jackson, Mississippi, right there behind Usher. He's been behind Patti LaBelle, Jill Scott, Black Music Honors, Stellar Awards, BET Awards, anything you can think of. Musically on a large platform or stage, Mike Burton has done it. So he's coming back to Mississippi. He went to the greatest high school on earth, Murrah High School. And
I'm so glad I'm not in this fight.
Right. So he's going to be our musical guest Saturday night, and I'm very excited about that. A big personal fan of his.
I love it. So you're going to have to introduce me to this aptly named person, because one, I'm hungry. Tay Cheesy.
Unfortunately, Tay Cheesy, the name has nothing to do with cheese.
It's nothing at all.
To my understanding. And I'm excited to ask her, what does your name mean? Because I'm guessing it has something to do with her smiling all the time.
Maybe she's smooth like cheese.
Yeah, maybe so. but cheese can also be a little smelly. So whatever.
That's it, yeah.
But she is a dancer, choreographer, entertainer. She's been really, really lighting it up in the Southern Soul realm.
Okay.
Any Southern Soul video you see, there's Tay Cheesy. You know, she has really good knees, and she's not afraid to let you know how good her knees are. Very limber woman. She just got back from the BET Awards with the 803 Fresh, which many may know.
Yeah,
Where
got
them
my
fans
boots on
at?
the ground.
Yeah. So Tay has connected with him.
Java's not here. I can sing whatever I want.
There you go. Choreograph some dances. So I'll see what Tay can teach me. But she has, remember, I'm an old young woman. So.
Love it. Love it. Okay, introduce me to Trinity Mitchell.
Trinity Mitchell is an amazing human being. So before I started my talk show, Late Night with Rita Brent, her talk show has been making waves. It's called Friend Fusion. And she basically has all these high-profile folks on, Jamal Bryant, Tabitha Brown, Kiara Sheard, and they're literally talking about like the journey of friendship, however that perspective has been for folks, you know? So it's been amazing to see the types of conversations she can get from folks just with this fundamental bottom line of friendship being the show.
Yeah.
But she's doing amazing Friend Fusion. A lot of comparisons here because she's self-funded. She self-produces.
Yeah.
She and her husband, Brandon Mitchell, who films my Late Night with Rita Brent show. So Trinity is great. She is also a musician. She's a mother. She works
Good
out a whole lot. So her show is doing great, and she's been doing a lot of interviewing, but now I get to interview her.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's what makes it all good. You just bring everybody to your table, and
That's
it just
right.
makes it a good space. Okay, Coach Dawn Thornton.
Have you seen her on the internet?
No.
So she goes viral for her style. So she
Who
wears.
does she coach?
She is the head coach for the women's basketball team at Alabama A&M.
Alabama. Okay.
Yeah, she used to be at Arkansas. She played at Jackson State.
Okay.
And so she went viral. I just started seeing this coach go viral for being on the sidelines with all these, we
can Google her.
Yeah, you can Google her in those outfits, elaborate outfits, and I'm like millions of views. And then, as life would have it, I ran into her in Jackson, Mississippi one day, and I was like, you look familiar. Come to find out, she's from Jackson, went to Callaway High School, and this woman I've been seeing going viral on the internet for her style is going to be at Late Night with Rita Brent, and we'll do a special edition of this show called Pop the Balloon, where basically a lineup of men try to vie for her love. So it's going to be fun.
I love it. That'll be good. That'll be good, especially in person.
Yes.
The live version.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I saw everybody excited about that on Facebook.
Yeah, because of participants. Now,
I see one of the participants out there.
Kanoy, Merk B. Williams.
Merk, yes.
Mooch, Zion.
Is Nardo?
Nardo's going to be participating. So it's all comedians. It's going to be a beautiful miss.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get their feelings hurt. Okay. Yeah. Chuck Nix is rounding out Saturday. Introduce everybody to him.
Yeah, so Chuck Nix, also known as the Bearded Wino, he does a lot of work with dirty napkins, and he is, I think, how do you pronounce it? Sommelier?
Yes, sommelier. Yes, sommelier.
Okay, foyer.
Foyer.
Yes. So Chuck is an expert on wine, and I'm a wine drinker. There's always this argument about, well, is red wine good for you? All the tannins and all that. So Chuck is just going to give me a fast course on wine, what I should be drinking, what I shouldn't be drinking, how much should you mix, should you not mix.
Put it down.
Yeah, all that. Should you just put it down altogether? So, my cooking segments, anything I've had to deal with food and liquid has been very interesting. If you watch my interview with comedian Godfrey and Jeremy T. Jones, those have gone viral. So we'll see what happens with Chuck.
Good stuff. And then the person who helps you glue all of this together live in person is none other than Chief Hype Officer Kayla Thompson.
Yes.
Twin to Rita B. No.
Kayla has so much energy, and she's pretty annoyed by the way that people keep mistaking her for me.
No, I'm never annoyed by it.
She's like, we don't look alike at all. And I'm like, I know, but we're both petite. We're both brown girls.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a pre-show at the beginning of Late Night with Rita Brent, and Kayla facilitates that. And let me just say, she has a lot of energy. I don't know what Kayla drinks, what energy drinks, what kind of coffee and espresso, but the girl really does hype out the crowd. And Nardo Blackman is my sidekick, so he offers a lot of improv and little funny moments and comments throughout the show as well.
Cannot wait to come enjoy stand-up comedy, live music, games, and more. You never know what you're going to see, hear, smell, taste, or feel.
You will hear a big announcement that it's a secret announcement that you can only hear at the show, so you must be present to hear it. And I will say that a toast will be required after I make the announcement.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, and you can't ask me offline what it is. You got to wait till Saturday till you get there.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I know it's big.
It's big. It's big to me.
I know.
Big is whatever you make it.
Yeah, it's big.
That's
I know
right.
It's big. So season 2, do we have a date?
We're going to launch in the fall, and we'll shoot for late August, early September.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I need a break.
Yeah, you do. It's summer.
It's a lot producing this show. It's self-funded, self-produced. We have a small team, and we're doing a really big job. And of course, we always need sponsors. So if you're interested, you can email contact@latenightwithrita. And I did want to shout out my sponsors really quick: the Kirkland Group, TKG, Rich Lessons Podcast, and we are just thankful for the support that we get, because this is a huge production and it costs money.
That's right.
Jermaine.
That's right. It's huge. 2 nights for the finale. 2 nights it's always been. July the 11th and the 12th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime at 8 p.m. Dueling Hall in Jackson, Mississippi. Where can they go for tickets?
Ticketmaster.com. Of course, we're at the tail end here, so tickets are limited, but there are still some available. We want to sell out, though. We have to sell out the season finale. We've sold out the entire season, so we got to sell out the season finale. So y'all go ahead and grab those tickets. Either night is a win. So
That's
you
good.
just decide which night is best for you and get those tickets at Ticketmaster.com. VIP meet and greet is available too. And Jermaine, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you for coming into my realm back then, and now we're here together now.
My pleasure.
So it's good stuff for me. I love it. I love it. Make sure you get out there. Late Night with Rita Brent, season 1 finale, Friday, July the 11th, Saturday the 12th. And Rita, I just want to say amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Either one.
Thanks, lady, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. That was a beautiful interview with none other than Rita Brent. Listen, if you need to get your ticket to go, I'm going tomorrow. I'll see you there at Late Night with Rita.
Honored.
His
My
dad's
dad is
getting
getting honored. Lee King.
Don't go anywhere, y'all. Up next is the 10th Annual Frida Fest in Bay St. Louis. We've got Allison Chambers on the line. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
The Measuring Show.
Since 1970, MPB has been enriching the lives of Mississippians.
Everything we do gives us the chance to grow and learn.
With your support, we are always there whenever and wherever you need us. Together through the years, together in the future. Please consider making a donation at mpbfoundation.org. MPB, your stories, our mission. The nation's longest running traveling celebration of traditional arts, the National Folk Festival comes to downtown Jackson for the first time, November 7th through the 9th. A fun-filled weekend for the entire family, exploring roots, richness, and variety of American culture. Non-stop music and dance, folk life demonstrations, hands-on children's activities, signature Southern foods, crafts, and more showcasing the best of America, the best of Mississippi, all free. We'll see you in November. More at nationalfolkfestival.com.
You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. Jermaine Flood in with my traveling partners, Java Chapman and Kamel King.
Boom!
Kamel, you've got a little announcement you want to make a little bit, don't you?
I do. Well, my week bookended two very polarized different ways. One, on the celebratory side, Kennedy King, my daughter, starred as young Nala in Lion King Jr. at New Stage.
She's Nala for sure.
Oh, she did incredible.
The only part she should have been, yes.
Oh, man, she just blew us away. I just want to shout out my beautiful, talented daughter who, even in her bio, thank God for all her talent. So I'm just so in love with my daughter. And you know she loves you.
Yeah, shout out to Kennedy.
MPB and what we do.
Next week, you'll be able to see Kennedy, Kamel, and I have a sloth experience on air. So we went to the Hattiesburg Zoo.
That was so much fun.
Yes, we did.
That was so much fun.
Congrats.
And then on the other end, I want to say, rest in heaven to my grandmother, Lutish Vaughn, 89 years. We are having her services tomorrow. Love of my life, Grammy Claus. I was the baby. And either a third or fifth grade education. She raised 7 kids. Saw 5 of them pass, the strongest woman I know, and has passed down so much to us. So I just want to give a shout out to her legacy, and can't wait till I see you again, girlie.
Well, you in my thoughts and prayers. Family
Thank you
is
so
too,
much.
but that's some good love in there.
Yeah, and my mother and father took care of her to the end. My mom really is a champion, so shout out to you, Mama Claus.
Well, King family is
That's
in
right.
our thoughts
That's
here
right.
at MPB.
Thank you so much for that.
So thank you too for being, part of MPB all this time.
Oh man, I love it.
All right, let's get into our final stop. We've got Allison Schwabacker. I've been calling her the wrong name the whole time.
You do that all the time, Jermaine.
I apologize.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Allison, you look amazing with your headwear on. We are so ready for the 10th Annual Frida Fest, Saturday, July 12th in Bay St. Louis at the Mockingbird Cafe. Run by, if I can get it out, run by none other than beautiful Allison. And Allison, I don't know if once you can see me again if you could see me on the camera, I actually have dressed the part as well. This is a custom bodysuit from, let me just say this, Shein and Frida Kahlo. They did a collaboration, and they featured Frida Kahlo artwork, if you can see.
Nice.
On some of the pieces, and so I ended up buying some last year before or something.
So you'll be here on Saturday, right?
Just like that. That's right, Allison. That's right. You've got it right. But yes, I am definitely trying to fit the part today because this is happening in Old Town, Bay St. Louis, founded in 2015. This festival is a grand tribute to the legendary Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. She was so great at literally putting together beautiful paintings, whether they dealt with death, whether they dealt with love, and she has just have world-renowned success. I mean, she died in 1954, but her legacy has lived on forever. My best friend, who I just came back from a vacation with, she was trying to show me an outfit. She doesn't know what I produce. I don't tell her, I'm gonna have this person. So she was like, let me show you this outfit I'm gonna wear tomorrow. And she pulls the outfit out, and no lie, it's a Frida Kahlo shirt. And I said, Sharita, this is scary now because tomorrow, literally, I've got the interview. But yes, I am so glad to have you here. How excited are you about this 10th annual?
Thank you so much. We're so excited. Frida is, her spirit will definitely be alive in Bay St. Louis, Old Town on Saturday.
Yeah.
We've got, we start off with a fun run from the Bay St. Louis Running Company, the Frida 5 Kahlo. And you can register for that at 7, and then the race is at 8. And come dressed as Frida and run. And then come back and have some champagne at the Mockingbird.
Yeah.
After that, we've got, what have we got? We've got the Art Pop, it's our second Saturday. And the Old Town Merchants Association and the Mockingbird Cafe and neighboring businesses all over Old Town will sponsor an artist and have that artist on their property to promote the arts. And then that'll be all over Old Town from in the morning till the evening. And the evening will be primarily at the Mockingbird Cafe. Well, we have an Afro-Cuban jazz band with lots of horns and drums, and they're incredible, and they're called Orta, and they're coming in from New Orleans. And then we'll have the lookalike. Well, you can sign up for the lookalike contest from 4 to 6, or you can do it online at Mockingbird Cafe, and it's $10. And that money is going, this year we've chosen the Woodside Wildlife Rescue, which is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization dedicated to the rescue and rehab of Mississippi's wildlife, because Frida loved animals.
I love it. And the animals dress up for this event as well.
Yes.
The babies dress up, the kids dress up, the lookalike contest. I mean, how serious is it? Who was the winner last year?
Oh, last year was an incredible woman. She has a beautiful business in Slidell, Louisiana, and she's a vegan chef, and she won, and her name is Natalie Meeks.
Okay.
And she was our winner last year, and she'll be a judge this year.
Okay, that's awesome. I love it. And then celebrating literally the life and the art of Frida Kahlo. How important is that to get out each and every single year?
Well, I think the festival celebrates, it tries to uplift the community and uplift artists and make a positive impact in our community. It celebrates diversity, and which is important. So
yeah,
we're gonna
and then benefiting the wildlife rescue, the Woodside Wildlife Rescue, and rescue and rehab of Mississippi's wildlife is definitely something to celebrate as well.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, I love
that.
So
everyone comes out. It's supposed to be beautiful weather, and get on your flower crowns.
Right.
And come dance the night away.
Allison,
now who made your headdress? That's what I need to know.
Did.
Oh, isn't
you
it
did?
Incredible? Local artist.
I was going to say she did.
Wow.
No, I didn't make this one. This one's very special.
If they wanted more information about Mockingbird Cafe, Allison, where can they go?
They can go to our website at Mockingbird Cafe, or they can go to, the Facebooks.
Yeah. Y'all have got any events coming up after Frida Fest?
Well, this is our 10th year of Frida, and it's our 19th year of business next month in August.
Congratulations. Congrats. I love that. I love that. Just come out to Mockingbird Cafe. There's always something going on.
There is. It's going to be a wonderful time in Old Town Bay St. Louis.
That's good stuff. You better celebrate, because we are definitely celebrating. Allison, I love having you on last year. Love having you on this year. The artwork behind you is amazing. Give me that Wonder Woman, ma'am. And thank you for telling us all about the 10th Annual Frida Fest happening.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I hope you come down in your Frida Fair.
You already know it. Saturday, July 12th in Bay St. Louis. Thank you, Allison. And I want to thank all of the guests on today's show. Kamel, it was a good show.
It was a great show.
It was a good show. Listen, Thank you to Carrie Davis. Thank you to Tony Davenport.
Yes.
Thank you to Eddie Williams.
Yes.
Thank you to Rita Brent. And none other than Allison Schwabacker. From the Mockingbird Cafe.
That's right.
Listen, next week, I told you, Hattiesburg Zoo Sloth Experience, and we have none other than the legendary Dexter Allen.
Oh, my
God.
Turn
up. We turn
And his
up.
birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Dexter.
Happy birthday, Dex. To submit an event or find out more information about these and what's happening around your neck of the woods, visit mpbonline.org. Click the community tab to view SIP events, or email us events@mpbonline.org. Next Stop is produced by me. For Java Chapman and Kamel King, I'm Jermaine Flood. Today's MMPs, there was a heap of them. Thank y'all. Join us next Friday at 10 a.m. for another great trip here on Next Stop, Mississippi.